Whoa. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Lauren. I've got weird lines on my head. Hopefully they'll go away soon. Hey, if you are watching me via replay, my words tonight, it's already going to be bad, I can tell. Nick, if you want to catch me next time, usually I'm on every Wednesday night to do live readings. Fridays, I got new videos. But if you want to know when I'm going to be on next and you want to catch me, check out the Facebook event in the description below, and you can set it up so that you'll remember when I'm going to be on next. And that's how I update you guys if there's an event change or if I'm not coming on that Wednesday for some reason. You know why. So yeah, feel free to check out my website, contact me for reading. I have 2 readings set up this week, and I'm so excited. Thank you guys for reaching out to me. I'm super excited to help you guys out. And I also have my video courses up on how to be psychic. But yeah, guys, subscribe to my channel. I hope to see you around more. This light is driving me nuts. I feel like I need to be down here. But I hope to see you around more, and the more subscriptions that I have in the future, the more I can get on and do this. So pardon me for the mess behind me. I am obviously stuck at home. Normally I do my readings at home, but my office is currently being rebuilt. And so right now I'm in my soon-to-be nursery, and I'm just like crammed in here. So hopefully it will look better in the future. Hi, Marco. Welcome. I remember you from Joyce's readings. Good to see you again. Thanks for, coming on over my way. I feel pretty dumb, you guys. I was just live streaming on my other YouTube channel, and I was wondering why no one was coming in. And I was like, what is going on? And I was probably on there for like 10 minutes before I even realized I was on the wrong channel. Oh, goodness. It's getting to me already. So how I do sort of my readings on Wednesday is first we start with a group reading. So if you're watching replay, then you can still get something out of the replay. And then we'll do individual readings for about 45 minutes to an hour. And if you absolutely want a reading, send me a donation through Venmo or PayPal. Those links are in the description. They are free as of now. We'll play a guessing game to get those readings. But if you absolutely want a reading, send me a donation. When I hit a certain number of subscribers, I'm probably not going to do free readings anymore. So subscribe, hang around, and hopefully you guys will catch me while I'm free. Hope you are warm and safe. Thank you. I'm very warm. I'm doing a self-cleaning thing on my oven upstairs, and it's hot upstairs. But yeah, I'm having to stay home pretty much all the time because I'm pregnant and I have to make sure I'm safe. So I send my husband out to go do things, but trying to keep it positive and hoping that these Wednesday nights will be something positive for us all to join each other for. So let's start with this group reading. I also forgot that at the end of the night too, I'm going to do one giveaway for my psychic course. So you're going to get my course completely free. If you stick around towards the end, I'm going to give away one course basically every Wednesday. So very excited to be doing that. Let's see. What else? I think that's it. So let's jump into the group reading. So this is for everybody. If you're watching live, if you're watching replay, this message is for you. I've already pulled 2 cards. Oh, I forgot to say too that tonight I'm using my Archetype deck and I'm using my Archangel Power Tarot deck. And so the Archetype deck I like to refer to as my hard-hitting deck. Like, I really feel like I only pull this out when I'm like, tell me how it is, be honest, be straight with me. Like, don't pull any punches. That's kind of the energy that I feel with this deck. That might not be how you feel with it, but that's just how I feel with it. And then this deck is almost the exact opposite. It's very high vibe. It's very, like, angelic, and it's very... It's very sugar-coaty. It's made by Doreen Virtue, who is now no longer a psychic and now like is anti-psychic, which is so interesting. But I still love this deck. Oh, Cheryl, thanks for joining me. And Cheryl, thank you so much for participating so much in our Facebook group. I can't even tell you how happy that's made me this week. So yeah, I'm pulling the group reading and then we'll jump into those individual readings. So I'm basically asking our guides, anyone that's watching, what do they need to know most right now? All the things that we're stressing out about, all those questions that we have. Can you provide us some guidance? And I want that one. Okay, and I guess we're getting this one too. Ooh. Okay. So that one was in reverse. Interesting. Okay. I knew tonight was going to be so different when I pulled these two decks. I've never used them together, at least on our readings night. So I have the Lovers, which is kind of like the major arcana of this deck. And then we have Shapeshifter. We have Athlete and Perspective. So I'm going to start with the Archangel deck because I've kind of set the intention that these are like the anchoring cards, if you will. So the Lovers is make choices from your heart, deep emotional commitments, the power of love, and perspective. There's a better way, pause for reflection and insight. So overall, the energy that I'm sort of getting from these two cards is to really stop and be present and be mindful. Be aware of the relationships around you. We're probably stuck in quarantine with several people, or if you're not stuck with people right now, maybe you're all alone. Maybe it's about reaching out to people that are also stuck in quarantine that you can be more connected to. Choices from your heart, deep emotional commitments. And I'm also getting that too. This is advice that for this next week, that if you're having issues with all of this stuff that's going on, and if you're not quite sure which way to go, if you're waking up and you're like, I don't know what to do with myself, what to do next, make decisions from a place of love for yourself, love for others. And if you have that as sort of your anchoring, centering guidance, I think that will be very helpful for this week. Choosing to come from a place of love. And then just knowing that perspective, this makes total sense with everything that's going on right now. That, how we choose to see things is everything right now. And if we're looking at everything from a very negative standpoint and we are very stressed out about everything that's going on, then we're only going to dig ourselves into a hole. So this is saying there's a better way, pause for reflection and insight. So anytime you're feeling like this next week that you're just hitting a wall, things aren't working, stop and ask yourself, is there something else here? Maybe I'm doing this wrong. Maybe I'm trying to force something to happen that shouldn't be. And that makes complete sense with what's going on right now. And then the Athlete card, I'm immediately getting that this is all about like endurance. And this is so interesting to me for several reasons. This guy is like holding up the earth right now. And I just think that's symbolic for what's going on. And I'm getting that, I'm not even going to read it because I feel like the message here is to be flexible, to be strong, to really look at this moment in time as a test of our endurance, and that you have to find that inner athlete. And I'm getting that this Shapeshifter card, this is very interesting. Usually I only get this in relation to like other people, but I feel like this is about us, and we have to like change who we are right now. Sometimes, like I'm getting like the very segmented pieces of us. There's going to be times where we're really depressed. There's going to be times when we're super happy because we're like, heck yeah, I'm staying at home doing nothing. There's times when we're very concentrated on work. And then there's times where we're like, I don't want to do any work. I just want to sleep all day. That's kind of like, I don't know about you guys, but that's been me. It's like, it's been very hard to get into a new routine. And so I think this card is just about recognizing that there's different states that you're going to be in. So as long as you're staying strong, you're aware of this happening, and you're at least trying to segment it and balance it all, then you're going to feel a lot better going into this week. And just keep in mind that how you see things, the perspective that you have on them, and then coming from a place of love when you're in a difficult situation, and stopping and pausing whenever you're faced with something difficult is going to help you this next week. Awesome. So that is the group reading, you guys. So I do the group reading at the very beginning. I do the group reading at the very beginning so that if you're watching replay, if you miss me one of these weeks, you can still come in and see that group reading for everybody. And then we'll jump into the individual readings. And I apologize for my background. I am in my makeshift nursery. My home office is currently being renovated. I will hopefully have some really cool artsy fartsy backgrounds and something a lot better set up behind me in a few weeks. So again, guys, stick around to the end because I am going to be giving away one of my courses for free. I do that at the very end, but now let's get into the individual readings. So again, they're going to be free for now. Eventually, I'm going to start charging for these when I get to a certain number of subscribers. But for now, what we do is we play a guessing game to figure out who gets the reading. And whoever guesses the thing that I ask correctly gets this next reading. But if you don't want to wait and you don't want to play the games and you just want a reading, send me a donation through my PayPal or my Venmo, and I will make sure that you get one. It's your birthday today. Awesome. Happy birthday, Rochelle. It is my cat's birthday today. Rochelle, I have a question then. Is it always been difficult for you to have a birthday on April Fool's? Yeah, it's my cat's birthday too. After this, I'm going to make him a cute little hat and I'm going to give him treats. Okay, individual reading. So if you want an individual reading, you just have to play this little game. And I've been being really lazy about it lately, and I'm doing numbers. So if you can guess the number that I'm thinking of between 1 and 20, you get the reading. So throw it up in the chat. Guessing the number between 1 and 20, you get the reading. Just a quick, short little reading. Nope, I play jokes on people. I'm thinking of a number, and I sort of set the intention that whoever needs the reading, Cheryl, you got it. It's Cheryl. It was 12. I sort of set the intention that whoever needs the reading the most will get the reading, and then it's also fair game. And you guys can also practice your psychic ability at the same time. So Cheryl, let me know in the comments if you have a question. If you don't have a question, I can just do a general reading. And then stick around, everyone. After Cheryl's turn, we'll play another guessing game. I'm not surprised, Cheryl. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised one bit. Kristen, hello. I'm so glad you're joining me. Just a general is fine. Okay, so I'm about to read Cheryl. For everyone that's joining me, stick around. We'll do more readings after this. I'm going to do something. My guides are telling me to pull from each deck. So I'm going to pull one from here. Okay. And one from here. Ooh, okay. So this card. So Cheryl, this card is New Beginnings, and it's Archangel Jeremiah. And this card says, starting a new life, finding your purpose. a forgiving and compassionate review of the past. So I think, Cheryl, what your guides are just trying to introduce to you right now is that maybe you haven't seen it this way, maybe you already do, is that you're in a period of a fresh start, a new beginning. And that's such a great way of looking at things. So maybe there's been something in your past. Like, I'm really drawn to the family that's down here. Maybe this is family related, I don't know, or just relationships in general. Oh, and I'm just now seeing that there's like a little symbol in this rock. You can't really see it, but it's like the female symbol. And it's about, I don't know, you're in a fresh start. I kind of feel like this might be for multiple people. And so it's just about recognizing that this is where you are. And so it's okay if you're still focused on the past and if you're not feeling quite at the next steps yet, because that's part of, starting something new and starting something fresh. I'm just seeing if there's anything else that I get with this card. I'm going to move on to the next one because the next one is interesting, Cheryl. I pulled the I'm not sure if I'm saying this right, but sabotager. And so these cards, these archetype cards, these are kind of like personalities that we play in our lives. And so there's a light attribute and a shadow attribute to it. And so that means you can be a saboteur in a good way and a bad way. And so I pulled this reverse, which to me is like your guide's trying to draw attention to the shadow side of it. And it's talking about inducing self-destructive behavior or the desire to undermine others or yourself. So I'm getting that maybe right now, Cheryl, maybe you're sabotaging yourself in some sort of way. Maybe you're sabotaging others in some sort of way. I feel like it's yourself. And I feel like in relation to this, maybe the reason why you don't feel like you're moving forward, if you're feeling stuck and you're not quite past this new beginning stage and you're still focused on the past, is because you're still sabotaging yourself in some sort of way. And so the light attribute of this card is kind of like, okay, how can we flip this on its head? How can we work with this? And it's talking about highlighting your fears, focusing on self-empowerment, and doing those things will bring the changes and bring that new beginning into your life. Oh, that sounds scary. And I always say, if it doesn't resonate, toss it in the trash. Totally okay. Sometimes I don't connect well. But yeah, Cheryl, I would just say that overall I'm getting that you're in a really awesome spot. You're in a new spot. If you're ever feeling like you're going backwards, stop and ask yourself how you might be sabotaging yourself. Or maybe it could be too that somebody's sabotaging you. I don't know. I can't ever go too deep with these readings or else we'll be here for like 30 minutes and I have to like cut myself off at a certain point. But yeah, thank you, Cheryl. So I hope that resonated and helped. Let's move on to the next reading. So basically what I do, you guys, I play a guessing game. If you can guess the thing that I'm thinking of, then you get to have the reading. If you don't want to wait and you don't want to play the guessing game, send me a donation through my PayPal or my Venmo, which is in the description. And I will make sure that you get a reading. But yeah, let's start the next game. I need to think of something. I'm just going to do what I did last time. No, I'm going to do something else. Okay. If you can guess the color that I'm thinking of, you get the reading. So guess the color that I'm thinking of. Throw it up in the chat. This lighting is driving me nuts. You're welcome. Marco, you got it. It was yellow. You guys are fast tonight. And thank you. All of you guys are like returning. I'm so happy that you guys like me enough and that my live readings are not boring enough that you keep coming back. So Marco, let me know in the comments if you have a question. Again, for everyone else, stick around because at the end of the night, which is probably going to be in like 20, 30 minutes, I will give away one of my courses for free. And I will do that every Wednesday. Oh, I miss you too, Kristen. I hope you're holding up well. I'm thinking about all of my Colorado people and how they're doing, and I'm sure you're stuck here too, just like me. Thank you, Kristen. I'm so happy that I still have 3 months. My cousin was due last week. She had her baby in a hospital. Nobody could come. Nobody has still even been able to go see her baby. I just can't even imagine the stress. So I'm glad I still have 3 more months. And hopefully this mess will be over by the time it's my turn to give birth. And yes, thank you, Cheryl. That's what I usually ask everyone, because sometimes people are really intuitive. I've had one person get it 3 times in a row and I had to give it to somebody else. Marco, yes. Can I ask about the current love energy between me and Stephanie? Should I confess to her shortly? Okay, cool. Let's do. I'm going to do this deck for advice and this deck for your relationship. Okay. Oh, Marco, I don't want to disappoint you. Okay, so, current love energy between you and Stephanie. Hang on, I'm just wanting to make sure I tune into this correctly. So Marco, this card, Goddess, this is how I feel you feel about her. And that is that she's a goddess and that you are in love with her, obviously. And she's just like this super attractive, awesome light in your life. And then I pulled the Addict card. And so I don't know if you were with me at the beginning, but these cards are sort of like the personalities that we have in life, and they can have good and bad qualities. But I pulled this one in reverse. And so I think your guides, Marco, are trying to ask you to pay attention to if there's anything that you could be addicted to when it comes to the energy between you and her. And so like the overall feeling that I'm getting, and I could be wrong, is that maybe you're looking into you're wanting the relationship for the wrong reasons. I don't know. Maybe it's that you're very attracted to the physical qualities of her. Maybe it's that you're just really wanting to be in a relationship and not necessarily a relationship specifically with her. And so it's asking you to confront and recognize any addictive behavior that you might have. So I don't know how you met her or how you kind of are crushing on her, but the energy that I'm getting is that it's for the wrong reasons. And again, I could be wrong. But I think the thing you want to look out for here is when you're compromising the things you really want. And it's talking here about compromising your integrity and your honesty. And it's when you're in a pattern of something that has happened before. So I would ask yourself, Marco, too, does this relationship resemble a relationship that you maybe have had in the past and that didn't turn out so well? And it's recognizing those things that maybe aren't good in yourself that are drawing you to this relationship. I don't think that that's necessarily a no-go, but then I pulled this card in response to your question, like, should you confess to her shortly? And this is very, This is very obvious. It says there's something better waiting for you. Do what you know is right. A spiritual quest. But there's something better waiting for you. That to me just confirms that maybe you're looking at her for the wrong reasons, and that there's something better for you around the corner. And whatever it is that you think you need, or you think she will fill the hole of in your life, maybe there's somewhere else that you can be getting that. I hope that makes sense. I don't want to give disappointing readings, but Marco, I feel like the energy between you guys is one-sided. Maybe you're crushing on her, and confessing to her shortly might not be the best decision, but like I say in all of my readings, you guys have the ultimate decision. I am just here to give you my advice, but you have your own free will at the end of the day. And if you're feeling like maybe at the end of this reading, you're like, oh my gosh, no, she was so wrong, I still feel really strongly about this, maybe that's a sign to go for it. I've definitely had readings from other psychics where they were so adamantly against something, and I just was like ruminating on it forever. And then I was like, you know what? I think they were wrong. And then I ended up going for it. I think those readings happen for a reason. So thank you, Marco. I'm sorry. I'm just going to fix this light really quick. It's super bright. Oh, geez. Try not to cause a fire. Awesome. Okay, let's do another reading. I probably have time for like 1, 2, 3 more. So hey guys, if you're just joining us, how we do readings, I play a fun little game, a guessing game, and if you guess the answer right, then you get the reading. If you don't want to wait and you just want to send me like a $5 donation through Venmo or PayPal, which is in the description, you can do that, and I will make sure that you absolutely get a reading. So let's do another guessing game. I did colors. I did numbers. Okay. I'm going to do breakfast foods. If you can think of the breakfast food that I am thinking of, then you get the next reading. So throw it up in the comments. This breakfast food, I don't know why, but my pregnancy, I've just been addicted to it. It's like my one craving that's been solid throughout. Excuse me. You're welcome, Marco. Thank you. Not bacon, not pancakes. Shush phone. Ooh, Cheryl, that would be like a close second for me. I've definitely had a lot of oatmeal. Double C, you got it. Waffles. I have been addicted to waffles. I don't know what it is about it, but that's like the one thing I always send my husband for. Go get me more waffles. So Double C, let me know in the comments what your question is, and I will pull from these cards. Tonight, I'm sort of doing the Archetype cards and then the power, what are these? Archangel power cards. And they're very opposite energies, and it's very interesting to read from both of them. But yeah, stick around, guys. Again, at the end of this, probably in 10-20 minutes, I will give away one of my courses for free. I want to do that once every Wednesday night. Waffles. I know. I'm going to be tempted to go make some after this now. So Double C, let me know what you want a reading on. And two, you guys, I switched to doing the group reading at the beginning. So if you missed it, check it out at the beginning. Maybe it will answer some of the questions that you did have. Somebody asked, like Sonia asked if her disability case will get approved. Maybe if I don't get to you tonight, rewatch that group reading, and maybe you'll feel like you got some answers from that. Does my higher self have a message for me? Yes, I'm sure he, she, it does. I'm very curious what it will be with these cards. Oh, they want me to pull more, but okay, fine. Okay. So double C, I pulled the moon, and I pulled, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing this right. I should know this word. Hedonist? Hedonist is probably hedonist. And so I pulled hedonist in reverse. And so these cards are very much like our guides wanting to pull to our attention something about our personality that maybe we are not the best at. And so in reversed, hedonist is all about pleasure to the detriment of your health. So double C, I would say your guides are saying, what are you doing right now to harm your health in some sort of way? And so like, if you look at this card, it's this woman's like eating all these fruits and veggies. I think the opposite of that, like something that you would be doing to harm yourself, is maybe like eating very poorly. Maybe you're eating things that are really good and pleasurable, like waffles, and but it's to the detriment of your health. And so your guides are wanting to draw attention to maybe there's something going on right now, and the way you're responding is by enjoying something that's pleasurable to the detriment of your health. That makes total sense right now. Like, I feel like that's probably a lot of us. This could also be like, I'm just getting more information of like, this could also just be like sitting on the couch too much, watching too much TV to the detriment of like getting outside and doing something different. It could be eating poorly. It could be not exercising, whatever that may be for you. But double C, whatever it is, your guides are just wanting you to pay attention to it. See if you can't switch it around. Yeah, and try not to be a hedonist, I guess. And then the moon card. The moon I always associate with intuition, and the card is very much about that. It says the opportunity to improve your plans. Listen to your intuition for accurate guidance. Face your fears and grow stronger. So double C, like the energy that I'm getting around this whole reading is maybe you're just complacent. Maybe this whole situation has gotten you kind of in a slump, which I'm sure a lot of us are feeling that way. And tapping into your intuition, taking the time to get away from the monotony of your daily life and figuring out those opportunities where you can improve and where you can take better care of yourself. I think that's going to be super helpful. Face your fears and grow stronger. And I feel like that's a message for me too, honestly. Just getting into a better space of, okay, how can I take better care of myself? How can I look at everything that's going on around me as an opportunity and shift my mindset, shift my perspective, which was kind of the group reading that we did at the beginning of the night. Yeah, the face your fears and grow stronger is like really sticking out to me, double C. And I kind of feel like if anyone else is resonating with this reading, like spirit works that way. They like to hit as many people as possible. So like, even though this is for double C, sometimes readings can be for more than one of us. And so I think we just need to get out of our slumps of like bad habits. And I think that's easy to do when we're all stuck at home. So that makes sense. I hope that makes sense for you, double C. I hope that resonates and is helpful. Again, even though these cards are sort of like hard hitting, I feel like sometimes you need to hear that from your guides, and they of course want to give you the best guidance to help you. And I think especially when you ask your higher self, they're definitely going to give you information like that. Cool. Thank you, double C. Let's do another guessing game. I'm just going to make it easy on myself and do another set of numbers. If you can think of the number that I'm thinking of between 10 and 30, you get the reading. 10 and 30. If you can think of it, you get the reading. If somebody guesses who's already gotten a reading, we'll have them give it to somebody else. I just finished a bowl of apple pie and ice cream. Oh my gosh, that sounds so good. What's funny about that was that the question that I used was waffles, or like the answer was waffles. Nobody's gotten it yet. Number between, what did I say, 10 and 30. If you can guess it, you get the next reading. And again, if you don't want to wait and you don't want to play the guessing game, send me a donation through my PayPal or my Venmo. Marco, it was 22. You got it. So I knew this was going to happen, which is why I said it. Marco, if you, since you already got a reading tonight, if you can pick somebody else in the chat to give that reading to, that would be awesome. And I do that because sometimes people are just like really connected and they'll get like 3 in one night, and I want to make sure it's fair for everyone. So Marco, go ahead and pick somebody else that maybe was throwing up numbers, and we will have them ask a question. Sonia says, me. Double C, you cracked me up. That was hilarious. Sonia, yes. Awesome. Thank you, Marco, so much. Thank you. It's awesome to pass that love around. So, Sonia, let me know your question. I feel like I sort of remember it. We'll probably do like 1 to 2 more after this. I know I keep saying that, and I keep like saying the same number. Oh, my chair is uncomfortable. Thank you, Marco. You rock. And thank you guys for coming on tonight. Please subscribe to my channel. Monday nights, I want to start doing psychic game videos. So if you want to hone your psychic skill, there will be like a fun little Monday night game that you can play with me. Wednesdays will be the live readings, and then Fridays I have new videos that I'm going to upload. So this Friday I'm uploading a video on how to do automatic writing. So I'm really excited about putting that one up. Sonia, struggling money, see that improving. Okay. I'm going to sort of alter your question, Sonia, to what can you do to improve your money situation? Instead of just being like, is it going to improve? I like to ask, what can I do? So then you feel like you're not totally helpless. Otherwise, just like a yes or no might not be super helpful. But with these archetype cards, I think they will also tell us what's going on. That's why I love this archetype deck. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so Sonia, what I'm getting is a little bit of advice and a little bit of what causes this problem for you. So from the archetype deck, I pulled the Destroyer. And so the Destroyer can be a good and bad thing. So Sonia, I'm getting that the Destroyer is, maybe there's times in your financial situation where you have destructive behavior. Maybe you spend too much and you know you shouldn't, or maybe you sabotage yourself and make yourself save too much and not spend it all. It could be very different. You could also, I'm trying to think of examples, but I think your guides are trying to ask you to recognize the areas in your life with money where you're causing problems, where you're destroying it, where you're not helping the situation, and releasing that. And I feel like I made, Sonia, a video about abundance and money mindset. I made it quite a while ago. I'll go ahead and link it in the comments below when I'm done. Hopefully I won't forget so that you can find it. But I think that it makes sense that that is coming up for a lot of us right now, because we're all stressed about money and how our futures are going to be with that. And so I made a video a couple months ago about money mindset and abundance. And I think right now we are being called to focus on that so much more. So yes, I think, Sonia, the reason why you're struggling with money maybe right now is asking where you sabotage yourself. And this could even just be mental sabotage of, oh my gosh, I don't deserve to make money, or oh my gosh, I have no control over this situation. And that's where a lot of people's energy is right now, is just feeling like they have no control over the situation. But in my last, I will also link in the description down below, or sorry, the comments down below, the abundance meditations that Deepak Chopra, and Oprah made. And I think that focusing on our abundance and what is coming to us right now will definitely help with these destructive mindsets. And oh, I wish I had the book with me. Sonia, I'm just giving you a ton of resources right now. But there's another book called Lucky Bitch. I would highly, highly recommend that. It's all about abundance mindset. It's all about money mindset and like what we say to ourselves to destroy ourselves when it comes to money. And so I would highly, if you're resonating with that, I did a video review on it. It's Lucky Bitch by Denise Duffield Thomas. It's like, I feel like it's like my money Bible now. I'm negative. Yeah. And a lot of us are, and a lot of us are taught to be negative around money. So again, I'll share the video that I made. I'll share the book that I highly recommend if this is feeling like it resonates with anybody out there. And then the abundance meditation series that Deepak made is kind of how I got into all of this. And it's sort of how I'm having somewhat of a sane mind during this time. And it's very much just, again, Sonia, about recognizing the places where you're sabotaging yourself. And I think this can be very literal, physical, like people spending more that they're making, or it can be very mental of like, what are you saying to yourself to limit that abundance, limit that flow. And so the second card that I pulled for you, Sonia, is kind of like the advice, and it's peace. And this is Archangel Azrael. Honestly, he terrifies me. Such a scary photo. But it says, release the past. There's a more enriching future coming. Let go and let God. And so that could be maybe one of your money blocks, Sonia, is maybe you're guilt tripping yourself about the past, about how you've spent money. And maybe you're guilt tripping yourself for not doing X, Y, Z. But as soon as you can release the past and focus on the abundance in the future, I think you are going to feel a lot better. And so these things, Sonia, I think are going to be great action items for you to do versus just, oh yeah, it's going to get better, or oh no, it's not. So I think that's kind of how I like to do my readings. I feel like this reading is for a lot of people out there. So I will make sure to link all of those videos in the comments below. So check it out when I wrap up the video. Thank you, Sonia. All right, I think I'm going to do one more individual reading, you guys, and then I'm going to get to our giveaway. So let's think of one more guessing game. Just making sure. Okay. So guessing game, I want to do, you're welcome. Thank you, Sonia. Let's do mythical creatures. If you can guess the mythical creature that I'm thinking of, you get the last reading. And stick around, guys, too, because we will do a giveaway for my psychic course at the end. Is anybody still there? This is for the last reading. Unicorn, Marco, you got it. Double C, you also got it. Marco, I'm going to have you give it to one more person. See, Marco would have gotten 2 readings tonight. Marco, you're really intuitive. You're really connected. So Marco, maybe go pick one other person in the chat that hasn't already gotten a reading. So Double C's gotten one. Cheryl's gotten one. Sonia's gotten one. Kind of crosses off a lot. Kristen! Woohoo! Thank you, Marco. Yay, Kristen! I'm so excited. Kristen, let me know in the comments what questions you may have, or question, I should say, singular. And I will pull one from each of my deck, and then we'll do the giveaway of the night. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I'm pretty sure you guys already have. Dog's health. Ooh, yes. Okay. And I will just say a disclaimer for everybody. I've given Kristen readings before, so I try to keep my bias out of it, but like part of me already knows kind of what she's talking about, so. Ooh, I'm having a hard time breathing. Hang on. I don't like this card. I want to redo it. I'm just asking in general, what does she need to know about her dog's health? Interesting. Okay. I want to ask what's going on with him. It's okay, be honest. Everything is smushed. Oh, sorry. I should have specified the hardness in breathing I was getting from the dog. That wasn't. Yes, I already am hard of breath as is, but that was definitely like psychic hit. So I'm thrown off by this card, Kristen, because it's the wheel. And this card usually is about coming around in circles and like the same things happening over and over again. And so what I'm getting is that his symptoms, or I can't remember if it's a he or she. I want to say he. I'm probably wrong though. I always forget. I feel like his symptoms are probably like reoccurring and getting worse. And usually the wheel, when pulled in the upright position, is saying that even though it feels like you are going in the same circle and it's a repetitive pattern, the things are actually getting better. And it's so, but then the bottom of the card says new beginnings, end of delays, a change in direction that offers happiness. So I'm also sort of getting that male. Yes. Okay. I'm sort of getting, I don't know if there's a choice in front of you that you're having to make. Like, I don't want to go as far as like saying you're questioning taking them to the vet and like putting them down. Am I right on that? I don't want to go that far. But I kind of feel like that's where you're at. At least that's what you're considering, maybe. Stomach problems. Okay. But this card basically is saying that even though it feels like you are in the same spot, these are the same symptoms, something better is going to happen when you make this choice. And, that could be like a new medication. It could be something like you decide to do surgery or something like that. And it ends up being, I just want to pull one more card. I know I said I wouldn't do that, but the new beginnings can be as new, they can be putting a dog down, but they could also be as simple as like getting new medication. But I'm just getting that something new needs to be introduced. Something does need to change. I'm not quite sure what that is, which is just why I want to pull an extra card before I diagnose anything, which I do not try to do. I'm leaning, Kristen, honestly, more towards this can be solved. Like, it doesn't need to go extreme. No choice. Like like I feel like I'm picking up on your thoughts of like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to do the worst here. And I think that something can be changed, something can be introduced instead, not putting him down. Okay. But I feel like whatever that is, it's going to get better. You're going to get out of this cycle of the wheel, which makes sense of the new beginnings, end of delays. I would sort of say that, it's the end of all the problems that they're having or he's having. And the fact that it says a change in direction that offers happiness, I think is a good sign. And it makes sense too, because the other two cards that I pulled for you, Kristen, are Mother and Five of Gabriel, which means it says a challenge that you can resolve, withdraw from the drama of others, have patience with yourself and those around you. So I'm getting that to best make this decision, get rid of everyone else's biases, get centered, focus on your nurturing mother nature. You know how to provide for your dog the best, and you know how to handle this the best. And so because of that, when you're gonna be able to figure out how to resolve this the best. Have patience with yourself. I'm just getting that these cards are like kind of step back and get perspective from this. Let go of the fears that you have, because this can be handled in an easy way that's not big or scary. And I'm sorry, I hope I wasn't scaring you with any of that. I think I was just picking up on like the fears of like, oh my gosh, what if this gets worse? And then I have to do this and then I have to do that. But I think that this is overall just a really positive energy of you. Yeah, this is a reoccurring thing that's probably super frustrating, but whatever it is in front of you that you can do to help them, whatever choice that you make, when you calm down and you sort of like center in a place of nurturing motherly energy, and you kind of get rid of everyone else's opinions, you're going to be able to make the best decision for them. So you're welcome. Kristen, I'm so glad that not only you jumped on, but you got a reading. That's awesome. Cool. Okay, let's do a giveaway and we will wrap up the night, especially because it's getting really dark in here. So yeah, guys, Monday nights, I hope to be doing some psychic game exercise videos. So hopefully you can check that out if you're interested in that. Wednesdays, I will be live. If you want to know when I'm going to be on next, check out the Facebook event in the description below, and you will see when I'm going to be on next. And then Fridays, I upload new videos about just random things I want to teach you guys or show you guys. And this Friday will be all about automatic writing. And I think that was so perfect. I filmed it forever ago, and I've sort of scheduled my videos out ahead of time. But I think it's so perfect because it'll give us a fun little tool that we can use while we're all stuck in quarantine. But yeah, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook, check out my website. I also have a Facebook group that you can join that's more geared towards people who want to learn how to develop their psychic abilities. So if you're interested in that, feel free to join the group. We read each other. Cheryl's a part of the group, and it's a small group. I'm hoping to get it bigger and bigger, but we use it to sort of help each other flex our psychic skills. What else? I think other than that, I've got video courses on my website, of which we are going to give one away tonight. Can't wait to see that one. I know, I'm so excited. Cool. So, if you guys don't already have my Basic Psychic Skills Part 1 course, then we're joining this. We're going to do another guessing game, basically. And whoever guesses what I'm thinking of is going to get the course. And I will basically just send you an email with a code so that you can get into it for free. If you already have it, feel free to sign off. If you already actually have part 1, let me know and I will give you part 2 instead. I'm just about to release part 3, which is the Advanced Psychic Skills course. I'm currently editing that because I have a ton of time. But yeah, so if you want to get this course, participate. If you don't throw it up, because maybe somebody who really wants to hone their skills could really use that course. Otherwise, let's do this. What do I want to do? I think I'm going to do another color. So if you want to win this course giveaway, guess the color that I'm thinking of. If you can guess it, then you get the course. I'm so excited. I've never done this before. You might have to bear with me. We'll see if we can get it worked out. But you'll get part 1, part 2 if you already have it. Double C, green. You got it. Woohoo! So double C, what I'm going to have you do is send me your email. I would say you could put it in your in the comments, but if you don't want to, well, you can put it in the comments and I could take a picture really quick, or feel free to go onto my website and shoot me an email through my email thing and be like, hey, this is double C, this is my email, and basically I will send you an email and I will give you that course. Woohoo! Double C. And double C, I assume I'm going to give you part 1 since you don't have it. Or am I going to give you part 2? But thank you guys for joining me next week. If you want to try to win that course again, join me. I'm going to give away one every Wednesday. Okay, here. Thank you. Double C. I'm going to take a picture. Okay, you can delete it if you want now. So it's not up there permanently. And so part 1, please. Okay, awesome. So double C, I'll probably do that tomorrow, but keep an eye out for it. And you should be given access to get into part 1. And I'm so excited. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm so glad you got it. All right, thank you so much, everybody. I will see you guys next Wednesday. I think that's it. Stay safe, stay sane, and remember to focus on abundance, focus on your mindset of I have enough. And I'm going to go link those videos in the comments below right now. Bye. Thank you, Kristen. Thanks for joining. Thank you, everyone else, for joining me. I'm going to sign off. See you guys. End stream.